I know that Moon, many times in the past, when new maps were introduced, was one of the first to really perfect them, to really try to get an edge on early, where he was the one finding out tricks, perhaps, where others didn't yet. Now, this isn't a super new map that we just saw from Yumiko Invitational. As you said, also in the Dach Inferno, this map is played. We've seen it a little bit here and there in tournaments, but it hasn't really picked up fully. It has rotated out of some tournaments already. That being said, though, we have seen some of this before. It is, considering the modern age of Warcraft 3 map making, rather small in size and also rather difficult to expand on, especially early expansion. But in general, the expansion seems pretty easy to attack, which might be a problem for the Orc later on. That usually is their go-to strategy to win this matchup on Tier 2.
Exactly. And we have to say there's a bit of a stigma around this map that it's super hard to expand on. There's like two directions you can approach this from, right?
Even
Either
when I'm getting bashed
is
by
it
Neo, I stay loyal.
is it hard to expand because the creep camp is so hard, or is it hard to expand because the opponent can push you that easy? In the previous version, both was the case. Now the creep spot is a lot weaker than before, so the creeping is easier. But yeah, especially like the distance from Tavern to Expo is like nothing. It's one screen at max, so this is exactly what you're looking for. Oh, and SOIN is creeping, the worst sounding creep in the game.
Yeah, it's weird,
I
right?
hate that sound, dude. Ah!
It's like they're attacking with little, I don't know, with like nail clippers or something. It's kind of strange, but okay, it's gonna pick up the item. Double circlet, blade not looking too bad, and inventory is gonna have to be something that we keep a very close eye on. Both these heroes have insane potential with the right levels and items.
Potential also almost limitless for our community. You guys are supporting really well today, it seems like. Mr. Apeman, thank you for the raid. Key Gem Richter, thank you for the sub, as well as Doffo, Razor, and Apfelsinenbaum with the gifted sub. Love you guys.
Town is under siege. A player's forces are
Big Master in the main base, looking to cause a little bit of trouble. So far, really good saves on those wisps. Grunt retreating into the main base as well. Demon. Oh, look at the wisp. The wisp block in the Orc main base. Oh, to lock in the Grunt and get that kill. That's a really sweet play. And hasn't even cost him much HP so far.
Dude, 2026 year of body blocks. The amount of body blocks I've seen in the past week alone is absurd. How players are utilizing that more and more and more. Obviously, always been a pathing of Warcraft 3 and also a beautiful part of that. But yeah, people put it to the extremes at the moment. So in chasing, moon chasing.
Blade Master has the Dust of Appearance, so gets one kill here easy. Normally, though, when you use the Scroll of Speed to, you know, save a Grunt, you want to save that Grunt as well, but maybe he's not going to be able to land that one because the Demon is still chasing. 2 Grunt kills early game would be really, really bad. Gotta try to save this one.
Yes, you addicts. Oh, will you get a Gambas already? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you need one more for the Gamba from me, at least. We got... Oh. Look at that, man. How nice he's walling this off. But the peon is leaving his post still. Closes it again. He really wants this Torrent Totem to come up, and he really wants this Grunt to survive. What an amazing play by SOIN this is, dude. I'm in love. And now the Shadow is out, and he can Hex. Haha!
Not much damage here against the Demon Hunter. He's trying to see if he can still get something done here. Gotta make sure not to TP too late, though, and I think this one was well timed. As the blade is across the map, getting a cancel as well on the lore. And I would say SOIN here bouncing back from a difficult position. If he lost the Grunt here, it would have been a disaster. But seems like now he has fought back pretty well.
Wow, what an amazing game already this is, dude. I'm in love. Very tanky Demon Hunter, but the levels aren't there yet. Same for the Blade, who's a little more independent from levels than a Demon Hunter might be. We get a Huntress Hall. I thought maybe Moon is expanding there, but no, that would be very, very greedy. Shadow Hunter can level. Blade's gonna harass and creep a little bit. And then we get Raider Walker versus Dryads. And so far, it looks like only Dryads.
Always the question with Night Elves, of course. How are they gonna find their timing to Tier 3? If they are gonna do it. I feel like the most games I've seen in the last 2 weeks or so, there was always Tier 3 involved. Just the question was when. When before that, maybe a month or even earlier than that. Sometimes we saw Knives only playing tier 2, only mass Dryads with mass upgrades. But I feel like the meta is shifting more towards tier 3 play, sometimes a bit more greedy, sometimes a bit less greedy. But, you know, Rejuve and Orb are pretty good. You want to get there at some point.
Chat is saying stop moaning, pervy creeps. Do you think that's directed at me?
I think they were talking about the succubi.
Ah.
I hope so, at least.
Okay. Otherwise, let me know, Roland. Leveling phase, eh? We got this explosive mid-game with both players in enemy bases. Now we farm and we loot a little bit. Blademaster very tanky, not necessarily what he wants to be. Very similar items so far, but SOIN can make up for that with double circlet. Fits the Blademaster really well. Always get a little jealous.
A player's forces are
Yeah,
under
Demon Hunter has insanely good items, by the way. This is almost perfect. Like, if we throw a good HP item on here, I mean, Khadgar's Gem of Health, we don't have on this map, but in theory, if we put that on there, plus an orb, that would be literally perfect items. He's got bonus armor, agi, evasion. In this case now, rune bracers. Those aren't useful, but yeah, this Demon Hunter absolutely has the potential to carry this game on his back.
Absolutely, but we've seen also orcs playing better against it. I mean, we saw it yesterday by SOIN himself versus Life, who's arguably on a good day the best Demon Hunter player on the planet. There seem to be solutions against the Demon Hunter, believe it or not, especially with Hex and Focus Fire. And it was also a lot of Keeper falling yesterday. So, should you just pimp the demon into infinity, or should you really also pay attention to the Keeper and give him the items and potions?
Yeah, ideally you want to have such strong items on the Demon Hunter, just permanent items that you don't need potions, sometimes even. That seems to be at times the case, especially if the levels are there, and the levels are starting to get there. Demon Hunter now almost level 4, great level up to have. And I would say this game so far is looking pretty damn good for Mr. Moon. He's got the Mass Dryads, soon going to be going into tier 3, I would imagine. And still no Orc expansion to have to worry about.
That is really interesting, right? I mean, we witnessed this yesterday also. It doesn't seem like Orcs are super stubborn and predictable when it comes to the Expo play. I've seen some a little earlier, I've seen some a little later. I've seen SOIN with the confidence of going toe-to-toe, one base. And it seemed to be working. Now he's expanding at the cheeky red spot where he also got his first damage boost with the Captain America helmet.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think the other Expo was just too easy to attack. But now let's focus on the fight and a little less on the expansion. Demon Hunter in the front line, exactly where he loves to be. He's got Nimble Potion. He sold the Talisman of Evasion, by the way. No, the perfect item synergy is no longer there, but I guess he needed the money. Demon Hunter is also soon going to need these potions because he's taking lots of damage. Nicely timed with the Windwalk, so the Blade has to use the backstab damage. Somewhere else, some Dryads are falling, but so far it seems like the Orc is losing more, and the Demon now got that big level 4 level up.
But the Orc is fighting on top of that expansion, so actually SOIN buying a bit of time, pushing Moon back. Supply more or less even. Who got the better sustain is the question. We have no control here anymore with no end snare. We have a Kodo, we have Headhunters. It's a very, very different game from what we've seen yesterday. And this is once again strategic thinking of Moon, right? He saw SOIN demolish Life's bears. And now he's saying, okay, if you are that good against the classic tier 3 bears, I'm trying to surprise you with the Dryads. But SOIN is holding his ground against that as well.
Nobody got a heal scroll yet, by the way. One could be picked up here. Might be really beneficial for both players, actually. Dryads are a little bit bruised. Orc army tends to get bruised very quickly. The Dryad, by the way, right now in the Kodo stomach, giving vision. So this sets up a possible creep jack for Moon from behind the tree line.
Ooh, difficult situation. SOIN has to abandon the camp. Might backstab him here. Kodo being ensnared nicely, but also there is a Dispel. No mana burn, by the way, on that Demon Hunter. So Shadow Hunter might have some more heal waves and hexes to threaten him. Raiders coming in, but the Focus Fire by Moon is so good.
Raiders now going down quick. How much he would love to have a heal scroll right here, but the heal scroll was on the Night Elf, used right there. Heal up the demon, and the Dryads a little bit, backs up in again. So it feels like he has to kill the Demon Hunter, or at least force him out of the fight, otherwise he loses the expansion, and that would be bad news.
Ooh, that's tricky. Expo finishes, and there's not much siege potential. Ensnare, focus, no TP. Trying to get the blade out. There was a lot of misses. Wow, the staff right there when there was a hex. so clutch by Moon. He might approach the 40s right now. It's like half a year off, but damn, is that dude still fast.
Dude, I only realize now, there's no mana burn. That's why he sold the Talisman of Evasion.
Yeah,
He's got the no mana burn build. Haven't seen that in forever. There, the miss was displayed for a moment, but the expo is up, tell you what. And so there's still a good chance to win this. Normally, the longer this lasts, the better it is for the Orc, the more the win chances climb.
I agree, man. SOIN, what a beast. Blade Master's looking fantastic. Shadow Hunter a bit naked, we have to say. Lots of misses on this Blade Master. First, reportedly from chat, 6 misses in a row. Can someone clip that? I didn't even see. Now there's curse on the creeps as well, man. That Blade Master maybe needs some glasses today.
That curse at least gonna wear off quickly. Yeah, the stat items here really delivering in full spades. Love this strength and Angie bonus on the Blade Master. It seems like it's so important to have, you know, for both players, for both races, strong frontline first heroes to hold that assault from whatever side it's coming from. But now there's going to be a new layer added as well into the Night Elf army. We have the Bears finally, and those demand a very different answer compared to just Masked Giants.
Looks like it. Even Fly is saying something, probably in awe of SOIN's performance so far. 1-0 as well. Would love to see what they're chatting about. Young Feng, maybe you can check out their streams. Maybe Fly was asking if he's lagging or not. Good guy 1-0 is answering. But yeah, late game Boulder Vale. There's not too much left on the map, and SOIN is up a base, but Moon is up a tech, and this is where the real Demon Hunter trouble begins, with Orb, with Reju, and with Bears.
Yeah, likely there's only going to be one fight, one push left in Moon. He's getting up to roughly 60 supply. He might not be able to manage this another time, and of course the Orc expansion is paying off more and more. The supply is even at the moment, but likely not for too much longer. One big last camp to be taken here by Moon. This should be level 5 Demon Hunter. With evasion, with an Ankh as well. Actually, a good item in this situation, I'd say, when sometimes it is considered rather weak. Here it's all about keeping the Demon Hunter in the fight and healthy.
Okay. Oh, damn.
Oh, the Bears! GNL Bears! Oh, that's really bad.
Ouch!
That is super bad.
Yo, this happened to Live yesterday as well. SOIN shocking around the map, and you know who usually does this? Moon! SOIN is using his own weapons against him. 8 food down. Kodo Beast might even survive here. Still, yesterday we had like 3 to 4 Kodo Beasts in each fight. Now it's only 1, or it's gone anyway. Let's see if that is enough, but judging from the supply and how the fight went so far, it's more than enough. Ah.
Oh, I guess that's what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, heavy losses over here. Of course, also the Orc experiencing some losses, but the expansion, all that money coming through, all that production being available. This is such a good position for the Orc. He can hammer out reproduction way faster. The Demon Hunter here has to be the difference maker. This is the only real advantage Moon has right now. He has got the level 5 hero. He's got good items. He still has some potions. But SOIN also seems to be dealing well with the demon, and by dealing with him, I mean ignoring him pretty much, ensnaring him in the back and going for the different targets. SOIN has seemingly unlocked the key to winning this matchup.
It's really crazy, man. It's really, really crazy how he's stepping it up, especially in this matchup where he was so desperate against. Remember when we met in China, also in Sweden, SOIN was not happy with the matchup for many years, and now a couple of years later, he seemed like he has finally cracked the code. But Moon forces him into a TP. Can the Serpent Ward get the kill? Oh, close.
Yeah, that was devastating losses though, losing those 2 bears at the start. He at least got Kodo for it in exchange, sort of, but it took a long time. And now SOIN is absolutely cruising. So let's take this game seriously, no question about that. You can't put your feet up just yet, but this is a fantastic position with the Blade Master also getting close to level 5. Now Mass Walkers and Kodos can be made to counter those bears. And that supply gap is likely not going to be shrinking.
Whew, good adjustments by SOIN. Levels are fine. Items are good. Moon needs to micro his way out of this. Got an Ankh and an Invuln on the Demon Hunter. If there's a way to win, it's definitely via Demon Hunter.
SOIN over at the Merc camp. Could go for some Berserkers here maybe as well. Serpent wards being set up one by one. Shadowhunter, lots of mana, of course, to work with. Going for the Keeper now. First time this entire game going for the Keeper of the Grove.
There is a heal potion though. Should be fine if there's no hex. We still have no mana burn. That's really interesting. So lots and lots of heal waves. Kodo's marching in. Got a snack. Bear down. One bear on the left-hand side, by the way, dealing with lots of peons. Smart move by Moon.
No mining there anymore, but the bear was not in the fight, in the real fight for a long time. Demon Hunter now going towards him. This might be a mistake. He's got lots of items here to stay in the fight.
Yeah, 200 crit though. Misses the crit. Oh, damn. So unlucky for SOIN. Invo potion now. Miss, miss, miss. Crit, crit, miss, miss, crit. What's gonna survive?
Keeper almost level 5, by the way. Level 3 and tank can also be scary. Staff out, bear safe. Demon is dead. Is he gonna die a second time? He is looking very alone there at the moment.
Oh, lets him go. There's a mana potion though, waiting for the hex. Staff is up for in 20 seconds only. SOIN's army is not ideal. Misses the crit again. Are you kidding me, man? Body block with the Kodo. I'm in love with the Kodo. Windwalk. Reju, so close. He doesn't have enough damage and Moon survives at 48. What a fight, Remo.
One Raider right there would have won the game. Just a little bit of catch, but they were all gone. So Moon could just escape with the Demon and with the Bears. And the supply is still damn even. And also, take a look at the experience. Keeper about to get 5. Level 3 Entangle is insane if it doesn't get dispelled. And the Demon might even make it to 6.
A player's forces are under attack.
That'd be maybe a win condition. SOIN wanted this orange spot here for Shadowhunter levels for a long time. Moon prevented that. Does it again. Item, not really that meaningful,
Raider,
I guess.
Raider. Oh, he catches the only Raider.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me, one of 2 Raiders. Can you take him out before the heal wave? No, strong heal wave. Raider still in the fight and going for the Keeper again.
Level 5 on the Keeper as well. Big crits, but also big invo potion. Can the Raider do something? SOIN needs incredible macro on top of that incredible micro to get the right units in here. Kodo Beast has eaten other Kodo also, and we're fighting in a tiny little snake pit here. SOIN setting this up nicely, and again the Shadowhunter always at the shop.
Walker still had some decent mana here for Disenchant, but now the mana is running a little bit low. Can the Demon Hunter really carry this by himself? He's about to run out of mana. He's about to get more experience. He's about to get very close to level 6 as well. The peons, they're still in trouble. Demon now completely out of mana. Is he going to get caught back there? The Dryad is caught. Level 4 at 500 now. Level 3 healer wave super strong. And we have 2 Raiders here for the End Snare. Demon dead means GG.
We have end snares, we have entangle. Will we get crits? Will we get misses? 14 seconds. Reju on top. Crit, there it is. Body block again. Blade gets it with the backstab.
I think he sold the staff to get another item. Keeper has nothing there. No, wait. Excuse me. He does have the staff. Might have been on cooldown. Didn't quite see that exactly. But the Demon dead right before level 6. This seems to be the end.
I guess so. Raiders are falling. Moon stemming against the defeat somehow. But with the Keeper only, with Dryads only, it's another double kill. Uh-oh, 240 crits. This gotta be it, man. Expo up. Moon is running out of gold soon in 1.5 minutes as well. What a beautiful game.
Yeah, super sick, dude. Back and forth. This was really, really close. Couple of beautiful saves in there as well. Interesting choice. We touched on it a little bit earlier of not going mana burn. It seems so weird when the Shadowhunter has so much mana to work with, but you also got to remember, if you don't have that, you don't have evasion, and you have less mana for immolation as well. Still not sure what exactly there the perfect way to go is. Considering, though, he found the Talisman of Evasion. Shouldn't he have kept that and gone with mana burn? Well, that is no longer going to be relevant for this game. Demon Hunter is locked into this skill build, and he's hoping, with level 6, to still maybe win this game.
I guess so. By the way, this Shadowhunter, man. If we treat this Voodoo Lounge as a bar, you know, in a bar, there's like 2 kinds of people. One sit a bit further away, right? And they have their own corner, and then they move up to the bartender and they order something. And there's these other people who seem like they are part of the bar already. Like the dad in Pirates of the Caribbean is like grown into the ship, and they just have to tap on the bar table, and the barkeeper knows what's up. Shadowhunter is that kind of guy. Dude, the amount of drinks he got this game is crazy.
Is he the guy who always pays immediately, or does he have a tab of like $5,000 and we never know when he's actually going to pay it?
Bro, looking at him, I mean, I think he had a tab once or twice, but you know, Barkeeper had to run after him a little bit, so now he has to pay up front.
And to be honest, he's got 2 mining bases for a long time, so he should have the money to fuel his beverage addiction.
I guess
That's been
so.
working out very well for him here. Now, it seems like this is the 3rd all-in a row that Moon had to win, but didn't win. But then there was somehow a chance back for it. But with now the main expired, surely this has to be it. Or is there a way we can have another second coming? The second coming is what they talk about in the Bible for Jesus Christ, where he is the savior. The Demon Hunter now has to be that savior. Trying to catch a raider here. Oh my god, is that kill enough? Ultra Vision advantage right now gave him that kill. Did it? That's level 6.
Uh-oh, here is Superman, everybody! Can you deal with that? Keeper out of the fight, or out of the focus fire. GNL Bear for the redo, more important than the bear. He's more or less ignoring that Demon Hunter ultimate. That's how confident SOIN is. Rare to see. It's only a 10 food lead. But hey, maybe we can take care of that. I'm not too sure. Big damage now on the walkers.
Demon Hunter is going to run out of mana now, and suddenly his damage drops a lot to melee units at least. That's when the Blade Master also goes back in. A little bit of Ensnare here and there. Okay, Demon Hunter is still pretty tanky, as we can see the entire army focusing him. And mana is running low basically everywhere. We've got no bears left, and the demon so low HP, almost dead.
One end snare is gonna kill him. Blade Master Windwalk, long range end snare. Send him to the Olympics for precision throwing, if that's a thing. Or maybe darts, I don't know. Who cares? We go with the backstep. Are we fast enough? Demon Hunter has boots. Can't reach. Might go for the keeper instead, but yeah, this is still, despite the ultimate, SOIN winning the fight. Extraordinary micro control, and SOIN has to win this game.
He did get Nature's Blessing behind it. Tree of Eternity walked into position, but not mining yet. Not mining still, rather. 20 supply advantage, of course, huge here for the Orc. We have a Blade Master now, who's about to hit level 6. Although he may not have the mana for the ultimate. It's a Shadow Hunter as well. Everyone is looking towards ultimates.
I fancy a little big bad voodoo. I've seen a couple of Blade Masters spinning around in the timer modes. I know how devastating that can be. But yeah, I mean, this is an army. Can you call it an army? Don't call this an army.
Yeah, those Dryads, pretty frail. You know, you made the big case that they have to have their armor increased. I guess that is, again, proven truthfully.
Okay, X3 Demon.
Cool map, though. Great back and forth play. I felt like SOIN was in a tough spot not having expanded for so long, but finally gets the expansion up. I feel like the tech was a little bit too late by Moon here. I think he would try to stay tier 2 for a long time, trying to stop the Orc expansion. I think he overstayed on the lower tech a little bit too long in this game.
The Knight of Discord. This is something the Knight of Discord came up with. It's spreading. They are doing a lot of research work, and it's on the ladder, and apparently now also in tournaments.
Mamma mia, Mr. Neo, you could say the Knight of Discord is cooking.
Knight of Discord is indeed cooking, and this time I actually like that dish.
Yeah, Keeper of the Grove. Of course, that's the big advantage of having Treants summons early, helps with the creeping early on. And that's going to be the natural crept up really quickly, level 2 achieved early as well. Of course, Entangle can be great here for control on units and hero. And this is looking like a fast expansion, dare I say. We got a Wisp over here.
Yeah, the Keeper might just buy the time for that. We take a little bit of poison. Is it an expo just yet? Oh, lumber is low, so Moon is teching. And seems like... Are we still on Sea North?
Yep, we are.
Weird how the Chinese are lagging on Sea North.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. But see you in the next round. Better luck then. Keeper now spotted. Grunt across the map, looking for the scout. But if you take too much damage, the Grunt is going to go down pretty easily. It seems like lately when we see Keeper play, it's no longer with Huntresses, but rather archers into Dryad Bears. And now, indeed, the expansion.
And here's your Gamba, everybody. A little bit late, but crestfallen with the gifts up. Love to see that. We got tech. We got an expansion. Maybe the tech is more important, so you can unlock the mighty, mighty Pit Lord.
And I think I like that quite a bit. Normally the popular choice is Demon Hunter second, but whenever you get his Demon Hunter second instead of first, he just naturally is lower level. Naturally, he tends to have fewer items from not heavy creeping in the early game. So I feel like Demon Hunter second always seems a bit underwhelming. And in that case, why not go for something else?
Okay, so we had some Orga here on the side as well. Apparently we get an extra show match by Yang Feng. Lawlight versus Focus after this match. Not as a replacement, but as an addition.
Okay. It sounds amazing. Two players very well acquainted with each other, have met many, many times. Blade Master picking up some items here early on. Of course, all the orcs still remember from years past how the grunts have to be inactive, have to stay at home for a long time against the danger of Keeper. Ooh, and look at this. SOIN is not going for the Shaman, which normally we always see against Keeper. Shaman for instant purge for the danger against Entangle, but rather he's going Torrent Totem. Great against Bears, of course, but can have a bit of trouble sometimes against Keeper.
Yeah, very curious if that is enough dispel. And it's an age-old question to me, Mr. Remodimo. Is it good to have Spirit Link against area of effect damage? Because the Pit Lord will do a lot of area of effect damage. It's the Panda? Well, same question.
Panda?
Why the Panda? Now I'm grumpy.
Oh, somebody said. Oh, somebody don't like it.
Dry my tears with Prime subs.
Panda. I've been very unimpressed with Panda for a long time, except against air units.
Is it garbage?
Well, we'll leave that up to the viewers and to the result of this game. But look at the confidence on SOIN. Against a level 3 early Keeper, he's still going for a very quick expansion right here. The Grunt is going to go down, though. That's a significant kill. Shadowhunter reveals the Hex, but... I was about to say, not willing to use the speed scroll, but now he is. I guess it's going to force the TP, but it's going to take a long time to get that TP out.
Okay. Hex, hex, hex. Like Bibi Blocksberg. I don't know if that's an international thing. Probably not. Nice counter control by Entangle, but the Shadowhunter, can he make his way to the left-hand side? Is he in range? Don't think. Oh, maybe? Yes? No?
Keeper!
Can he reach?
It's really close.
It's really close.
I think he's away, though. I think he's away. I think he's fine. I think this Night of Expansion is mining. What's the Panda up to? He was thinking about going over there for an Expo cancel, but on low HP, with no TP and only a handful of archers, that would be risky. The risk that Moon isn't willing to take right now. Rather, join forces right now with all of his units. The Keeper is really strong at the moment. Throw a couple of Dryads in there, and this could be a great timing to fight for Moon.
Well, Dryads are coming, exactly as you suggest. We got both going for the labs here. No encounters anymore. This is, of course, fights without the Demon Hunter. So you might not want to engage at the moment. Rather creep, 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 creep. But yeah, the Expo is running out. And Moon with an Expo and Mass Dryads, that's scary.
Yeah, classic Moon playstyle, classic strategies played in many matchups over many years. Mass Dryad Expo, always something he seemed so good with. And I was thinking about that earlier as well. You know, Keeper, early expansion, it has to be pretty much Mass Dryads, at least for a long time in the mid-game. And against that, Mass Dryads, Walkers also don't really do anything. So these Walkers are just here for a little bit of disenchant, but they don't have infinite mana for that either.
Yeah, I can tell. Even I, with the Dryad, could win against SOIN's Walker.
That's a flex, Neo.
Right?
That's quite the flex.
Right?
Yeah. Confidence showing. Impressive, mister. Panda now hitting level 3, but Moon taking his sweet time before attacking. Is this now the moment with the Panda 3? He's got some sick items. He's got the pendant and the mana potion and the ring, all great, and an invo potion. Would love to see a fight right now. I think Moon is setting up for it.
Oh, that's pretty scary indeed. But yeah, Remo, I made 2 ladder games yesterday. I'm coming for these nerds. But Moon is coming for SOIN's Expo, and it's gonna be fiery hot.
Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Hit one of those raiders. You know what I'm talking? We see what I'm talking about here?
Well,
That's
you know, SOIN did a nice job splitting, you can say. And maybe it's just to get SOIN out of position as well. That worked beautifully. The concave of Dryads and even the archers. Nicely protected. Heal scroll against this 18 food lead. It feels like SOIN is a bit flustered against this threat of Moon.
Yeah, lots of kills here being found, but the mana, when the mana runs out, things might be looking different. I think the mana potion honestly would be better on the keeper, believe it or not. This Panda impact so far hasn't been too great, but he's been a good tank at least. And the Serpent Wards are doing well against the Dryads. Even on just level 1 Serpent Wards, Shadow 3 would be a big level up here we would love to get.
Yep, 2.7 at the moment. Still a lot of mana, but it's again this absurd control with Drunken Haze and Dryad Poison. Barely able to move away from there. SOIN surely in the ropes.
Keeper back to the shop. Moon loves to play around the heal scrolls as well with his Dryads, micro them all perfectly, puts some or take some damage on all of them, and then get that beautiful value from the heal scroll. Getting not just 1, but 2 heal scrolls from the shop, ready to keep this fight going with a 15 supply lead.
Breath of Fire hitting nicely. Everything's burning. This Kodo had a Dryad snack. Nyam, nyam, nyam. But the piercing damage works well against them. And also usually a Kodo very, very chunky. But if all that poison is adding up, falls quickly. Panda in a little bit of trouble here, but has an Invo Potion.
And the mana potion also still going for the Panda now. The Ensnare triggers the Invo Potion. He's going to be safe for the time being. Treants resummoned. Normally the walkers are great for dispelling Treants, but they can't get there right now.
Oh, Moon dropping the pendant before the potion. Kapow! Everything burned to a crisp. Your game relies on the Shadow Hunter, and the Shadow Hunter is dead. Your chances of winning drastically go down.
And with the expansion falling, the chances should be moving towards 0. Great play here by Moon with the Keeper. Pretty early expansion. Keeper nowadays, you know, Orcs don't scout for it anymore. Orcs don't do peon scouts. They don't look for greedy creep route. They don't look for a punish. They expect a normal Demon Hunter play. They expect a slow early game. And it's a nice little strategic victory here almost.
What a demolition of Moon that is, right? Of SOIN that is by Moon. You know, can you believe, Remo, that there's casters in this world who say Keeper and Panda are garbage? Look at them owning this map.
I mean, yeah, with the perfect strat, when the opponent doesn't scout, it can work pretty well. I would like to remind our dear audience, though, the first Drunken Haze Breath of Fire hit 1 single raider. Just as a little...
You know, Panda had a little bit of the boobly before. Needed to, like, practice his aiming.
What is the damage output of the Panda here?
4,400, exactly as much as the Keeper. GG, 1-1.
Alright, we got the game tied up, and that means we're gonna get to see the other map as well, the new map, if I remember right.
It's
Indeed.
Mesa, right?
Sunhoof Mesa is gonna be the next map. Let's go.
Right on, right on. You touch on the mercs, there's not, if I remember this correctly, the mercs are not like super mega strong. It's the runner that you mentioned, it's a ranged unit as well. Later, I think you can add slow. I do like this for the Night Elf though, so of course the Demon Hunter is there, but archers are rather fragile. If you add 1 normal damage unit to it, that could be cool. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Blade Master with the Ring of Regen is of course fantastic. And Moon seems to know how to creep this thing.
Gonna lock in a fast level 2 with Immolation here at the small camp with a lot of little low-level creeps. Easy to do always with the Immolation. And also some sentry wards could be nice. This is a rather big map, especially if we move through the corners, the fountains. Are the centaurs still there?
Yes,
Centaur
Remo,
Khan?
I was about to talk to you about this. Back to the centaurs are still there. The Khan, and the Khan has a 6 stomp. Oh, this is a lot harder. SOIN, I told you it's a lot harder. Almost losing the Blade Master here. Yep, this is the Ogre Magi camp now and the Lizard camp. Okay, I will tell my story in a bit as we still have this exchange here. Demon Hunter gets the bounty, SOIN disengaging. So we've seen this map in Yumiko Arena, right? Top 8 players in the world, new maps. We expect them to prepare. This Khan here got Stomp. There's a fountain. And he has Resurrection, right? So it's a really, really tough camp. Everybody fought this head on. They went with their army to the fountain, creep, creep, creep. Nobody pulled the camp. Teko became a daddy, is laddering a little bit, but never really touched the maps. Got a promotion at the job, is dropping out of Inferno, you know, different life priorities. He plays the weekly cup, plays this map for the first time, moves to the red spot, pulls the camp perfectly, gets a perfect surround, creeps it like it's nothing. Teko superior, that's what I want to say.
Wait, but it still does reincarnation, does it?
Yes, it does, but you can't buck it in a way that doesn't stomp that much.
Okay. Interesting, yeah. Certainly lots of optimization to be done on any map, on new maps as well. Yeah, there's lots of room, as you can see. Both players are kind of creeping. For the Knife, it's more on his side. For someone, it's more out in the open. Moving up, leveling up, gathering more items. And I think the Demon Hunter's pretty satisfied if he can just level and creep and level and creep.
Yeah, I did tell SOIN, by the way, that the shop is harder now. I mentioned, like, I sent him the list of changes, and he's like, oh my god, that's so many. I was like, yeah, the only thing you have to know is that the shop is harder now. Be careful. He's like, okay, can I test this now? It's like, yeah, it's these maps. He said, oh, nice, I own you a coffee. And then this disaster at the shop happens. Mamma mia, wasn't clear enough, I guess, of how hard this is now.
Yeah, that was a very impactful creep jack. Demon Hunter was able to steal the item, steal the experience. He's up now on level 3. Not by much, but it is a nice little edge to have at the moment. This time around, by the way, it is mana burn included, not just evasion.
Yeah, I think that is the better build, especially when you have so much armor and so much HP, thanks to the belt. But yeah, lots of room still. The Blade Master was struggling a little bit. A hero that never struggles is the Demon Hunter, but wait a second. Maybe you can change the equation if you put a Shadow Hunter in the mix.
Yeah, double creepjack here at the shops. First it was the Orc getting creepjack. Now the Night Elf, one archer might be going down. Shadow Hunter being chased by the Demon. At least the Demon isn't too hurt. Wasn't killed off, of course. And in fact, all archers are still alive. Keeper trying to come back here for the big bounty of the item. The Sentry Wards, so good for Moon this game at both shops. But he can't claim this one. It's the Blade getting it. Ring of the Archmagi, really good.
Nice, indeed. Yeah, I think this camp is now a lot more fitting than what we've seen before. Shadow Hunter in trouble, though. Can he save him somehow? Got the Wand of Mana Stealing. He blocks himself and denies himself. Okay. Shadow Hunter benched for quite a bit, though.
It's going to make his leveling progress pretty difficult. It is the level 2 mana burn here, which is probably the more rare choice on level 3. Of course, Demon's still gonna get level 4 at some point, we would imagine, for that level 2 immolation. But this is a tough spot for the Orc at the moment. Someone wants to be dominant early on tier 2 with Raiders, with Walkers, with Hex, with Shadow creeping. And Moon, quietly, don't even know if we showed this, got an expansion up.
Yep. I mean, of course, we saw it. We just held it back because there was so much action, right? Remo, it's not that we both totally missed that one. No. People might say that about us and then, I don't know, put it on X3 Demon's Telegram or something. But big mana potion as well. 2 bases, but it's all tier 2.
And I think this is also super cool to play it on this map, you know, on a new map where the creep and scout patterns aren't so normalized yet. Who the hell knows where to look for an expansion for the Night Elf? At what timing? Nobody's expecting this to happen. Night Elves normally never do that. Either heavy Dryad play on tier 2 or quick into Bears. Now Moon is doing something else. He is playing, guess what? Mass Dryad expansion, which has always been one of his favorites.
Yeah. If you're looking for expansions, by the way, I would look around the gold mines.
Not a bad call.
Right?
But then again, those nasty Night Elves, they can build away from the gold mine and then just walk there.
Yo, that was a crazy game by Lawlight yesterday on Turtle Rock where he expanded on the orange spot that you usually creep first, right? That was so sick. That was so not scouted by Colorful. Jeez.
And now the Demon Hunter is healthy again. pumping out the mass Dryads. Supply lead on Moon already. Of course, we all know Dryads are pretty supply heavy. Heavy on supply with 3, cheap on gold. So that means you can jump up in supply really quick with Dryads. And does SOIN even know about this expansion? I think not.
Yeah, there's not many blue dots around the map, is there? Might be a map for Witch Doctor potential in the future for all that scouting. Moon is very well aware, though. With just one click, cancels that orc expansion.
And that puts him in a fantastic position. I guess he's not looking too amazing on levels just yet, with the Keeper only level 2, the Demon not yet level 4. But indeed, very aggressive movement right here. Looking for reinforcements. Exactly. With the Dryads, with the Keeper, easily can pick off some Raiders here. There goes another. While the gold lead is being built on.
You know, on YouTube, Baby Shark is very successful. In Warcraft, Daddy Shark Moon is very successful. Since he introduced this sharking against human, he picked up so many units for free. It's like me at the... you know, when you go to a supermarket and there's like this cheese part of the store and there's something for free. That's what I do all the time.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. You know, that's just the thing of human nature. A general truth about humans. Food is always the best when it's free. When you go back home and you don't have to pay for it, you don't have to cook for it, it is by far the greatest. Right now, these raiders are being turned into food as well. One of them after the next being picked off. Yummy, yummy. But now the mana's running out for Moon, and I guess now enough fun was had. A couple of kills picked up. That raider, almost barely saved. SOIN able to hold the main base thanks to strong heroes, especially the Blade Masters looking great. But the army size difference is still very clear.
Players' forces are under attack.
Very personal question here, Mr. Remo Demo. Do you not enjoy the process of cooking, or do you just enjoy it more when you don't have to do it?
I don't really enjoy cooking. I don't mind cooking. I like eating the food that I cooked, but cooking itself, I would say, is not a really joyful thing for me. So if food is just delivered for you to eat for free, that is the best, dude. That is by far the best.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Except fries. Jesus, fries delivered, always bad.
Yeah, speaking of free food, last Saturday, my nephew had his first communion. So, you know, big celebration for all the family, for the Catholics. And this really annoyed me. Why is the tradition that you first eat cake and then wait for 3 hours and then comes the real food? What the hell is that about?
Okay, that's a bit different in my family, but we have another fight with the Dryads here. Let's see if we can pinpoint them down. For now, Lockdown is on the Blade Master, who is rather strong with level 4. Also solid items, but it seems like the Demon Hunter is running the show. And SOIN is not necessarily ready yet for the Dryads. And Moon's Dryad micro is superb.
Piercing damage is low, but the Blade Master damage is high. This Blade can still make up for a lot. He's got sick items. Also, I love the Ring of Regen here, always topping him off a little bit with HP healing. Last Headhunter, though, seems to be going down. It's just wave after wave of Dryads coming in. They just never seem to be running out. Yes. At some point, it seems like Moon is overpowering here, while, by the way, going tier 3. So soon, there's going to be more than just Dryads.
Bro, he moves the Dryads to the left, to the right, to the bottom, to the north. Like, Dryads everywhere, all a bit hurt. There's so many kills now running away from Dryads. It's pretty much impossible. Their movement speed reduction, a crazy thing. You think SOIN realized there's an expo now?
I think so. Seeing 2 Dryads here, 2 Dryads there, 2 Dryads there, more Dryads coming in, it is looking a bit sussy. Good thing is, he's got his own expansion now finishing. 20 supply deficit, of course, looking a bit scary. But he's looking good on the heroes, man. This Blade could really be the big difference maker.
Aye. And there's still more to creep. We haven't seen the Khan just yet. The red spots up for grabs. Heal Scroll, Invo Potion for Moon. More creeping there as well. The Dryads are pretty hurt, so healing Dryads at Moonwells, super hard because they have mana as well, and mana consumes a lot of Moon Juice. So Heal Scrolls might be necessary.
Who's that guy, by the way?
Might be Lion.
Forces are under attack.
Alright, we're creeping up more and more of the map. A little bit of a breather between the bouts of aggression. Demon Hunter gets a Sobe Mask. Sometimes it seems like Demon Hunter really does well with more mana. I've even seen some games where Nidalus keep this item. In general, though, Demon items don't seem to be the most insane. He's got a belt and a ring. That's kind of it for tankiness.
That's right.
Forces are under
We got Moon with the Scout. I said this before. I love that there's Cyclone at this camp. I think more camps should have Cyclone. It's super annoying, but I also said players got so much better at creeping, right? In my opinion, creep spots should get better against players as well.
Yep, don't disagree. But the Cyclone here lasts shorter, right?
It looks like it, right?
It's not the 20 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
20 seconds would be pretty annoying.
That'd be annoying.
But here we go. We got the Blade Master on level 5. Health Stone found. Can't even put all these great items on the blade.
Someone knows. Someone pulls. Second player I see doing this. Someone Imba.
Okay, Mass and Snare to lock it down. Ooh, Nidalus is approaching though. Nidalus has Ultra Vision advantage at the moment. Is there enough time? Soin is going to abandon the Centaur Khan. Doesn't have the time for Khan.
That's so annoying, man, because the resurrection has a cooldown of a couple of minutes, so he might just resurrect again. But yeah, we have to fight now. So many Dryads. And Moon's positioning again. I love it. All the reinforcements by Soin are coming from the right-hand side, right in the fangs of the bears. And these raiders, man, they got lost. They should update their Google Maps.
Demon! He does a crit! He does a crit! Oh my god.
And Soin has to leave the game. Sunhoof Mesa was Orc territory before, but Moon steals it away.
With that, taking the 2-1 lead, up to match point we go.
New flavors are good. So, Soin,
player's
big
forces
test.
are under
Can he do the creep man up against the golem, or will the burrow interfere? Moon is here, and this is the perfect
Oh
timing.
my god.
Holy shit.
That was photo finish perfect timing. Like, how did he time that so perfectly? Does he have like a little counter back at home? Wait, is that the follow-up block though? Okay. Sick recovery by Soin as well.
Wow.
Despite the block, still locks him in. That was all strikes.
Bro, these players might be good at this game.
Oh, Qualthala's boots. Oh, shit. That's +6 Addy at the start of the game. Let's go.
Oh my, here we see it again, how close this was. Absolute perfect, pixel perfection, man. Gotta love the skills of these players.
That Blade Master going to be looking pretty impressive throughout this game. On the other side, for the Demon, we have one of Mana Steel and double gauntlets. Okay, I mean, bonus HP isn't bad on a Demon Hunter, but normally later on it's going to have to make room for some more impactful items. Blade Master would love to get slippers as well. Dude, imagine if he gets slippers and, you know, Quel'Thala's and the circle's going to pick up here. He might get to +11 if he gets a little bit lucky again on Agi.
Some people are not even getting to the 11th grade, and he might go to 11 damage in no time. But no, not yet. But man, does he know Moon's creep route inside out. This is also very much a Lawlight thing. Eat through the tree after the Mer camp, trying to do this, even though this camp is a lot smaller than it was in the past. Thought Moon might last it here, but very noticeable how well both players know what the other is doing and how they counteract each other.
Demon with triple gauntlets, +9 strength. If this was Saul Aikman, maybe we would see a Pit Lord second here. But he sells one of the gauntlets, going for the boots. Oh, and the Blade is looking for a big kill. Picking off the Bursey early would be really painful for the Night Elf.
Right on. There's a lot of Moonwell juice already. At the moment, he prevents the Blade Master from attacking the Wisps, I guess. But the body blocks, man. I talked about the body blocks on map 1. Very few do it better than SOIN does. And there it is. That's the kill.
Yeah, couldn't even deny it because of the high damage from the Blade Master. Well done. Cost a speed scroll, but well worth it indeed. Doesn't seem like a bad start for SOIN at all with the good items and that kill. However, Demon has the level lead. Great creeping by him early on with a quick level 3.
As if Moon knows this map like the insides of his pockets. Actually, I couldn't tell you what's inside of my pockets right now. Anyway, Moon probably does. Grunts control this well. I always want to have 2 grunts against the Demon Hunter. That's essential these days, and it seems like SOIN is following that whenever he can.
Moon is again expanding, by the way. That's the 3rd time in this series, which is on map 4. This was not at all the meta, not at all the norm in recent weeks. Moon here trying to innovate with expansion play, and it's hard to read as well. Normally when Isles go for this expansion early on, they skip boots, saving the gold, trying to afford the Tree of Life. But he got the boots, and he's got the tree. He's low on units. I wonder if SOIN is making this out to be a bit suspicious.
Yeah, that is relatively greedy. I like what Moon is doing, though. After seeing the SOIN vs. Live yesterday, seems like SOIN got the bear meta down to a T. Always the right units, always at the right time. Counters this, the fight execution is brilliant. And Moon is switching it up, man, making things weird. And SOIN might not be able to follow this up too much. He's getting distracted now, and he's not at the essential part of the map, which is the 6 o'clock.
Laid low on mana, not level 3. It's also kind of hard for him to properly scout what's going on a big map like this, of course. Never too easy. Takes out the Ancient of War, though. And that really messes with the creeping now. Moon is not going to have an easy time creeping in the middle. But he has a strong level 3 demon already.
Looks like it. Wisp Scout in as well. It's a very expectable creep route, but that might also then be a counter expansion. Could be that SOIN is very, very well aware of that expo. He thinks, okay, I can't do anything about it anyway. Let's just counter expand.
Very important for the demon, for the blade rather, to join for the creeping, because if the demon shows up, the blade is going to be needed for a response. Ooh. Hex was on cooldown, right? He used it on the creeps. So big mana burn. Shadowhunter now out of mana, but the demon is getting surrounded. He's fighting back. The keeper is approaching. Who's going to go down first? Oh, he holds us around with a grunt. That was a sick play right there by SOIN to force that TP out. Try to save the grunt as well, and I think will save it. The peon saved as well into the Voodoo Lounge. That was a couple of sick saves. The keeper is not out of danger yet. Next hex, those are going to be a little second. Excuse me, that's level 2. That's the hex.
Ooh, does Moon realize this? Hex is ready. Are you willing to commit? We've seen so many keepers fall yesterday. I think it was double digits. Add 1 to the mix, and boom, there's level 3.
And Snare, that Dryad seems to be dead as well. But it was a grunt killed, it was a peon killed. It's the expansion slowed down by a lot.
Looking fine, looking fine. Moon also needs to creep this. The expo, the expo, the expo, the expo.
Yeah,
everything under control. All calculated. All calculated.
Pendant of Energy here, also not really a good item. I would say Moon's items this game have been mediocre at best. But he's got that expansion to soon start mining.
This blade is so nuts already.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay. Remo's voice actually giving
Jesus.
up seeing this inventory. +8 on the claws, boys. This is +18 in total. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. No tier 3 on Moon for Bears and Reju. I think this is a very winnable game for SOIN.
He's behind in economy though. If he gets his expansion cancelled as well, this is going to land him in a tough spot, just speaking from a financial standpoint. Blademaster then has to deliver even more. Big Invo Potion here, of course, is great for him. Even Mantle for the Shadow is good. SOIN has some damn good drops this game.
Who needs an Invo for the creeps? What the heck? This is an odd place. And he is portaling. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, he was worried the Blademaster might be somewhere here. He knows he's level 3.
Now I understand what's going on.
Yeah, healing is kind of rough right now. Moonjuice ain't looking good. There's a wisp across the map, sees the Great Hall, about 60 seconds away from finishing. Can you hope for a cancel there? Long way to travel, no TP. It's even possible.
The Blademaster got Ring of Archmage.
Dude, this blade is just... He's giga stacked. He can't even get stronger anymore, except for levels.
On steroids. Moon marching across. He wasn't able to afford a staff, even though he was very rich. Picks up the 2 pieces here now, level 2 on the keeper. Someone was scouting for an expo right-hand side, doesn't find any. Might know now that it's on the left-hand side. And he has a raider, a defensive raider, ready as well for these APs. Love to see that.
Late damage. Every hit here looks like a bit of a crit.
Poink! 136, crit level 1. Crit level 1, by the way.
And just going for the Tree of Ages. Alright, if you want to cancel expansions, let's see how you like this one in your main base. Great Hall, by the way, is going to be cancelled last second. Not too much money returned. TP comes in. The Tree of Ages might still be going down. Weird position now, suddenly.
Uh-oh, we have seen this yesterday against Life as well, where SOIN overcommitted and couldn't get the tree, but this time there's no repair. Blade Master gets rid of the troops. So we go one base again, and Moon losing the tech. No more potions, no chance for tier 3 either.
Yeah, interesting game state. Remaking that tree immediately. That takes 3 minutes then to begin mining. Blade just gonna continue his creep journey. He's been loving these creeps this game. He's been getting stronger and stronger. He's got that level 4, so now he's got the level 2 crit as well. Still a big threat from that hero against a Demon Hunter who's got really, really average items.
Man, this is, what is it? Over 200 crits possible now. Nice. Good to have, good to have. We get Headhunters versus Dryads. Moon can still produce Dryads, just no Master Bears. If one Night Elf player can get out of a situation like this, it's probably Moon. The chances are really low.
Moon checking both gold mines close to the Orc expansion. One with the army, one with the AP. Moon might be thinking, okay, he can still win this game if he can just outmass, outmacro, outproduce with all that gold. But out-macroing this Blade Master still isn't going to be easy. Blade is now across the map, and the Raider army close to the Night Elf expansion. I think this is always the most difficult thing for Night Elves to expand in this matchup. If you don't have it super well fortified with, like, I don't know, Hunter's Hall and towers and Moonwells, the Raiders always seem to be able to tear down the Tree of Life so easy. So you gotta react fast.
Agreed. One thing that could help would be Nature's Blessing, but we don't have Nature's Blessing. So it's really, really easy to tear this down. Forces another town portal. There's a little bit of gold for SOIN as well, who upgraded the pillage in front of this attack. We have a TP. SOIN committing though with Ensnares. Blade Master gets rid of a lot of wisps, sacrifices his army, and maybe that's an overcommitment now.
If he gets it, it's all fine. The Heat Wave is a little bit late. Shutdown to level 4. Some Wisps are still here, but don't forget the Blade has 6 right-click damage. Blade hasn't been right-clicking the tree here for a long time. He's been going for the Wisps. The Wisps are gone. What about the tree? What about the tree? He's got just enough TP out. The Grunt is saved. Another very successful attack.
Sick calculation by SOIN. Holy moly. Moon is down to, well, 0 base at the moment. Still takes 30. Dude, that was so well done, knowing exactly that he has to go for the Wisps, and then the last 2 hits of the Blade Master kill the tree before the portal. Like, the precision on SOIN is something else these days.
Yeah, he's doing this very well. Is also being served by incredible items on the Blade Master, of course. Has to be said. This would be much harder if he didn't have these strong items.
Double
But the Demon Hunter is getting a Amulet of Spell Shield. Probably not good, since you have Dryad Dispel anyways against Hex. And the Blade Master can just keep on looking for targets in the main base. Wisp's gonna start mining again. Actually, no Wisps here to punish too easily.
Okay, back to one base we are. For now. Oh, Blade Master goes mano a mano with the tree.
He's gonna win.
Yep. I'm pretty sure he does.
More stronger tree. But if the Shadowrunner gets caught unawares without the Blade Master there, that could be the risk. That's what Moon is looking for right now. Destroy the Orc army with the strongest part not there.
Looking good, looking good. Blade is trying to get to the fight. This camp is not taken, so no evacuation with the Zeppelin. No shredders either. So town portal it is. SOIN well prepared. But yeah, Moon shows signs of life. And is still in this game.
Lost 1 unit there. Lost the TP. Looks like he's going to lose this Headhunter as well. So Moon here picking off a few targets. He's doing that well. Punishing wherever he can, where the Blade Master isn't. He knows the expansion is coming up as well. He's going to get a cancel there also. Moon is playing around this Giga Blade Master pretty well at the moment.
Yep, agreed. Lots of control as well with Dryad's Keeper. Also, nice map awareness. Nice strategic awareness that SOIN is going for that spot. The other is covered with the AP, as you say. Can we get another Blade Master item here? Oh no, Robe of the Magi. Man, we might get a sick Shadow Hunter now.
Yeah, that's perfect actually. The blade is Giga stacked.
I know.
It's time for the Shadow now.
Know.
Agi Tome, let's go. This is 41 Agi on the plate.
So crazy. Okay, can we get a pendant? Oh no, that red spot is gone. We got double spell shield on Moon. But as you say, not that important, really.
Shadowhunter got another TP and a Tome of Retraining. Okay, wants to get Serpent Wards against Dryads. That makes sense. Of course, Bears are basically impossible to get to with that tech having been sniped earlier.
Yeah, it's still tier 1, mind you. No TP, no potions, no orbs. Demon Hunter only half as strong without that Orb of Venom. May he get a Boots of Kel'Thuzad as well? No, Sobi Mask won't help him that much. Actually, with this Immolation build that he got again, not too shabby.
So many creeps. So many. Okay, if this is a Sobi Mask, that'll be the most insane item drops ever.
How
Double
about,
Robe of the Magi, also pretty good.
I was about to say, how about plus 15 inch?
Yeah, that is crazy. Another TP forced. One unit lost, but also creep camp picked up. So in here, very patient, just taking camp after camp, really trusting in the power of late game orc heroes, and trusting them for good reason, I'd say.
So on left-hand side expansion, a very different position now for an Expo. Moon might... Oh, I was about to say Moon might not read this, but he absolutely does.
They're both playing this really well. Moon is clearly playing on the back foot. He's playing with a hero strength disadvantage, but he's playing around that pretty damn well.
That we will ever say this about the player with the Demon Hunter.
Yeah, in this game, certainly is the case. Blade Master now almost level 5. Another little Agi Tome, maybe? Oh, Tome of Strength. Man, that's unlucky. That's just unlucky.
Well, you know, you gotta live to do some damage. We got level 5 now. That's fantastic. It's a damage multiplier of 4. So it's 75 times 4. We can go to 300 crits.
Yeah, that's without a Kodo, by the way.
A player's forces are under
We need a
attack.
Kodo in here.
Moon has a big army, but he's got the weaker army. Quality or quantity. What's going to win out here?
Whew. We got mana burn now, so no evasion on this Demon Hunter. We had a lot of misses in games prior. That Shadow Hunter, man, has mana for days.
Yep. On 20 mana, you have 1 mana regen per second naturally. So with 40, you get 2 mana regen per second naturally. Again, Sobi Mask would have been so sick here, but didn't quite get that. We have not too many Serpent Wards here. Could still set up a few more. Pull in the creeps, maybe. SOIN. Looking for the expansion still, but Moon scouting is excellent. He's got his eyes everywhere here.
Exactly, man, exactly. The awareness is nuts. Could send something up there. Maybe another AP might do the job as well. Oh, are we engaging now? Looks like it. No evasion versus the big crits. Where are the big red numbers?
Invo pop before the crits are there. Master spell on the speed scroll, I think it was. Heal scroll committed. Keeper came back with some items. 2 heal scrolls, in fact. 1 used up already. There's a big crit. 220. Actually, there's a bit of a low roll. Not even that big, but more are possible. Blade Master hoping for the RNG. Where is it going to be? Demon Hunter, if he goes down, is going to be in big trouble. The Demon is dead indeed. Shadow on level 5 with more mana. The mana potion as well. And this Demon, with him being dead, what can even still fight against this Blade Master?
Well, I think you better learn the creep routes for Gloomstalker. That will be our deciding map. Ensnare focus. Serpent Wards also doing that. I was a bit worried. Since it was a big supply lead for Moon, but it's only tier 2, it's not that scary. And now we hunt that deer down with an expansion right-hand side, this time unpunished.
Taking out Moonwell is also really painful always for the Night Elf. Level 3 Entangle is pretty sick though. Keeper actually got good levels. Still trying to fight back. Has to be very careful though not to get in here too deep. This Blade Master taking no prisoners.
Yep, that's right. Ooh, there's no Ensnare as you say. There's also no Hex, so he can calculate this. And now he's trying to run down the remainders of the Orc army with Immolation. Moon still fighting, but the blade is there. Good healing last second, but hello, I'm a raider, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, doesn't even need it. Demon about to fall as well. Moon in all sorts of trouble. Surviving once again, but with what?
I mean, with 2 mining bases soon isn't bad. Oh, wait! He died to server words! Oh, jeez. Okay, BTW rip. I think it's time for the last map.
I think so too. I mean, he was probably busy with the Dryads up top canceling that Orc expansion. Actually, Remo, like... Moon is the only one.
No. There's no actually here.
Moon is the
There's
only
no
one
actually here.
mining. You know, silver linings. You know, silver linings. Don't call it's over till it's over. Moon is the only one mining.
But we
Player's
have
forces are under
pillage
attack.
potential.
The town is
Look at that
under
raider.
siege.
A little bit of money here. A little bit of money here. He sold an item. What did he sell? Sold a robe. Sag. But reasonable.
Better than the damage. Yeah, you know, this might be the knockout punch.
Yeah, a couple of attacks on that Tree of Life, and he can still afford that Great Hall with the pillage.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Moon. I mean, a Demon Hunter level 5 is strong. The inventory not necessarily is. That is now the silver lining gone, and that is also Moon's last hope gone. SOIN once again, man, showing his strength in this matchup. 2-2 versus Moon. And now we go on to Gloomstalker.
It's going to cost lumber, of course. This peon not going to be contributing to the economy. Also not contributing to experience, though. Keeper not going to get a jump start there to level 2. I think orcs always want to make sure that the Night Elf doesn't get super greedily ahead with a fast Agent of War creep for instant level 2. Like on Northern Isles, for example. Like on Hammerfall, for example. But this camp doesn't give instant level 2. So I feel like this peon scout wasn't that impactful, really.
Maybe he's looking... he was confirming if Moon is going for this camp, or maybe a very greedy mercenary camp creep, which might be doable as well. Expo creep also possible. You know, sometimes good. When you're unfamiliar with the map, just be double sure.
Big Master now creeping in the middle. Familiar Ogre Magi camp. Very prominent also on other maps like Last Refuge and Turtle Rock. And the Keeper looking for that creep jack here. Last CC will be insane. Doesn't get that, but he gets the Grunt Surround. Yo, sick move. Surrounds the Grunt, trying to free him maybe with the blade. Fighting back against the Keeper. That Grunt seems to be now doomed and gets the last hit as well. Sick move by Moon.
Dude, both players are playing this so well. We have a big mana potion, by the way. We have Windwalk for days. Was a bit surprised that he didn't try to pop him out. Maybe wasn't the right assessment there in that regard. We have attack. We have, Huntress by Moon.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't seen those in forever. Hunts and Keeper were the biggest of friends in years past. Haven't seen them much in recent times, but here indeed it is going to be Hunts. And it's going to be APs. Oh, baby.
Bro.
The grunt timing, though.
He did this yesterday to Hazy and Knight of Mirror. And it was so strong. Poor freaking Hazy, man. Maybe Alchemist second then, going old school.
Back in the Keeper heyday, of course, we saw this all the time. Keeper was such a scary strat. Grunts always dying. Expo so strong. Also, you have to be worried about APs. So many variations were possible. A little more interesting, I would say, than the normal Demon Hunter play has been lately. But yeah, the big question was, is this AP all in? Or is it just AP to create space to expand behind it? So far, there's no expansion to be seen anywhere.
That is the right question right there. So far, good to see that both players are respecting the difficult creep spots on this map. We've seen this differently. If I were a betting man, I'd say this is just a distraction. But the thing, like, it's one of these things that comes and goes in waves. We might see an AP attempt for like 3 weeks straight, every single game, and then it disappears for half a year, and nobody's scouting for this anymore, and then it hits you so hard in the face.
The great thing for SOIN here is he doesn't have a burrow that's too exposed. If there's a burrow up in front of the base, that one is going to be instantly dead, no matter what, pretty much. He's going for the Demolisher, really good against APs as well. And he's scouting with a mirror image. I like that. Looking for the expo position. And the question is, where can Moon place that expansion? Does he know where he's going to aggro the creeps? Does he know where the aggro range is? Because that's something normally you're only familiar with on a very common map. So he's expanding basically in the main base, next to the altar.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, I guess. I might have seen this yesterday by Lawlion that a safe position can win you games. It is Alchemist. Okay. The Shaman had got killed a lot. Shadowhunter's out. Demolisher is there. That is already a bit of an overcommitment, I'd say.
If it helps you clean up the AP, though, it might be worth it. It's a lot of siege damage. Man, it's really a lot. And now the mirror image, huge value. Gets rid of Entangle and Acid Bomb. Perfect skill against the Night Elf here.
I remember how this blew my mind when I saw the impact of mirror image back when we never, ever, ever saw mirror image. And this was the first real use case of that spell where it was actually good back like 6 years ago or so. And now, very good adjustment by SOIN once again. Tensions rising, so is the tree. As you correctly say, the Demolisher can help. Oh, he woke up the creeps, maybe?
Oh.
Dude.
Okay, it's kind of cool. This Philblock champion is pretty strong. The other Berserkers in the back, easier to kill. SOIN's army not looking the most amazing right now, though. He's got 2 heroes and a Grunt and a Demo, and that's it.
Yep, I've seen stronger orc armies, that's for sure. But very impressed. This shows me that SOIN really knows the maps and came in prepared for Yumiko Arena. And today, scouting going on. Sees, okay, you're not going into your famous mass dryads. It's just Huntress Archers.
By the way, wouldn't a Torn Totem have been better for the magic damage against hunts?
Depends on if you want this damage or if you want Dispel. Like, more reliable Dispel. Then Shaman should be better.
I guess he was fearing that the Keeper was going to be aggressive here for long, but I think the Keeper creeping so little, only now getting level 3. I think Torn Totem would have been the better call. It seems like there was time for him to get there. That's a kind of a double-edged sword sometimes for the Huntresses. Sure, they have no more unarmored now with the Moonglaive upgrade. They have heavy armor, way better, of course, against Serpent Wards. But if you're then against Walkers, it can be really painful as well. But since there's no Walkers, this seems to be a great spot for Moon and the Hunts.
Looking good, looking good. Just like the Crest Fallen is looking better and better every day. Sub count 712. Thank you for the 5 gifties. Just because Moon is a Giga Chat. I think we got a lot of Giga Chats here present today. Yeah, isn't it cool though? I mean, you can obviously debate what's better, Spirit Walker or Shaman, but isn't it cool that we have this debate? And
yes,
both are possible and both paths of the tech tree have their strengths and weaknesses?
I would say Keeper makes this matchup way, way more interesting. There are so many branches you can go down, so many adjustments that can be made. Also with AP and expansion and so many different things. Keeper, I am very glad to see him back. Sometimes every now and then, again, in some tournaments. Great creep out here by Moon as well, by the way. Got double level 3 pretty early on. And the heal spray, trying to keep the army healthy.
We got very strong Alchemist now as well. Double mana pot on both sides. That's very lovely. Oh,
Alch items.
yeah. Oh, Soapy Mask as well, huh?
Yeah, that's really good. It's going to be a lot about how can you keep your army alive. For that, the mana on the Alchemist is crucially important. We have a lot of Kodos, by the way. Kodos designed to counter the hunts as if they were bears.
Correcto. You can argue about like armor, what like unarmored, heavy armored against the Kodo Devour. That all doesn't matter because it's a one hit basically.
The demo now is great against the Trio of Light, but the repair is quick as well. And in we go. Entangle Acid Bomb right away on the Kodo Beast. In fact, the Kodo Beast doesn't have Mirror Image, so he can't get that dispelled immediately.
that is 9 supply gone out of Moon's army, and you need a little bit of a supply lead, I would say. Rest of SOIN's army is also looking a little bit pathetic, but he has these serpent wards that are okay always. Another Kodos. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got hunt in my tummy.
I think Moon just has to A-click in here, as weird as it sounds, but he's got the mana advantage, at least he had for a while. The Keeper now taking some damage here. Huntress in a long extended fight can still do pretty well. And there goes one Kodo Beast. It's going to be one Huntress returning as well.
I really, really love this, as you say. Oh, Alchemist, wait a second. Careful, careful. No stab, backstab. Alchemist dead. And there was the big mana potion gone already. The healing is gone and Moon is in dire straits. Kodos make this so weird, by the way, with Huntress, as you say. A-click is the way, and then it's damage, damage, damage is all ramping up, and over a while everything falls. But Kodos are so chunky, so tanky that they require A-click damage. I think this is a beautiful response by SOIN.
Yeah, he's down in supply, but he's taking out the expansion here and seemingly did it with ease. 2 Kodos still digesting. Those hunts seem to be going down. Moon now, he's got the Alchemist back from the tavern. That was expensive. He's going to drop back down into no upkeep in a moment. And that was way easier of a fight than I thought it was going to be for SOIN right there.
And there's an expansion coming at the 6 o'clock as well. Gloomstalker seems to be a good home turf for SOIN. Plays this well. Now everything is hurt. We have a heal scroll, but the heroes, man, they're also hurt.
Alchemist again in trouble. Can he save him somehow? Heal scroll, something, TP? Couldn't do it.
Transferred, but couldn't use it. Heal wave is ready. That's, of course, the downside if there's no Demon Hunter, as cool as the Keeper is. He has no mana burn, and then there's heal wave. And the demo also showing good value here against the Moonwell.
Yeah, against the Moonwells, earlier against the expansion. Normally we think the Demolisher is going to be terrible in an open fight, but this game, it was pretty damn good. The heroes, the Kodos, the demo together, all working nicely in unison. And now perfect TP out. SOIN also with lots of great TPs this series. Especially we saw it on Twisted Meadows. Seems like now he's getting super close to the W with that expansion about to finish.
We're raving about SOIN's micro, especially with Blade Master forever, right? For like years already. But look how smart he's playing this matchup these days. Yesterday the same versus Live. Today versus Moon. You know what it takes to outsmart Moon in this matchup, man? SOIN is so hot right now.
With the expansion coming up, I was getting ready already to praise Moon for his innovation on the new map, for the quick adjustments on the unfamiliar territory. But SOIN here comes in with a absolutely amazing performance. Look at this army. Dude, what is this army? It's 4 Kodos and a demo and 2 Shaman and a Grunt. And somehow it's looking really good.
It's so good. And a 2-1-1 build as well with Windwalk, Mirror Image, a level 2 crit, Serpent Wards instead of Hex. Like, a lot of that stuff is pretty unusual. And yeah, I take everything back that I said about this demo. This demo is also so much like pressure that you usually don't have, because you want to dance around, you don't want to engage straight up, but there's always damage now from the backline.
And guess what? There's another TP. SOIN in love with the TPs, it seems, this series. That demo might finally go down, but it's taken a while. Dakota's got a lot of snacks in. Maybe he's taking a bit too long to TP out of here. Or maybe he just wants to win the fight and win the game right here and now. Still actually able to fight on.
Moon is so desperately trying to get an army up, but the hungry Kodos, man, they devour too quickly, it seems like. Oh, beautiful. Blade Master level 4, of course, putting in the damage as well. More hunts coming in. Expo versus Expo, but Moon's Expo will take a longer time. When is it time to disengage? There is a chance, of course, to overcommit always.
Did Moon overmake hunts, by the way? Did he maybe not split enough his army? If he had a couple of archers to snipe the Kodos, might that have been better? I think this is going to be interesting game tape for Moon to check out the replay, because he was in a good position, but suddenly things fell apart. I'm sure he has a good idea already what he could have done better. But now with the Orc expansion mining, we see SOIN is really, really far ahead here.
Yeah, it's not like Moon doesn't like archers. He played 17 archers versus Hazy yesterday. Oh, Zeppelin, so this Alchemist can't escape without a TP. Got a Zeppelin now against the Kodos. love everything.
And the keeper's almost dead as well. Reveal comes in. Cloak doesn't save him here necessarily. One more backstab and he's gone. And there is the heal spray. And the Moonwell heal just enough. But critting away is the Blade Master, still thirsty for more kills. Bloodlust is upon him. Murderous endeavors from the Blade Master looking great here on this game. And the supply is completely flipped around. At this point, it's just a matter of time.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I wonder if SOIN has a little bit of a blind spot, left-hand side. Imagine if before the Demolisher falls, he splits it off to the left-hand side. Then this Expo is toast as well. But yeah, if you have time to attack an altar, you know the situation is pretty good for you. Maybe you forgot a bit about the zap, or uses it now. I see 22 food lead for SOIN on the overlay, but does it look like that? Yeah, I guess it does. The Zeppelin Kodo play. Frustrating for me.
Suddenly, 4 shamans arrive, saying, haha, have fun with your treants.
You forgot about them?
You know,
Kodos
it's a
as
bit of
well.
magic damage against the hunts, I guess.
That's where the army's coming, man.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, where are all the reinforcements coming from?
He gave him
3
a little
Kodos,
bit
4
of
shaman.
hope. And then 7 units appear in your base. Oh, damn, SOIN. So imba. So good against Night Elf at the moment, man. Hopefully, he can play a similar game against 1-2-0. SOIN is going to be the alpha and omega of this show match day.